It's easy for individuals to feel the burden of climate change. Unfortunately, that's by design. Only 57 oil and gas companies are responsible for a staggering 80% of all carbon emissions since 2016. And through deceptive tactics and disingenuous claims, they have skirted responsibility and shifted the blame onto individuals. Despite touting investments into unspecified, low-carbon projects, companies such as ExxonMobil, Royal Dutch Shell, and BP only invested 1% capital expenditure, or $5.9 million of their approximately $59 billion in capital expenditures in the United States for the 2022 fiscal year. In 2004, British Petroleum, one of the world's biggest polluters, invented the concept of the carbon footprint. Instead of using this measuring tool to take accountability for their substantial share of global emissions, they advertised the global footprint in a way that asked individuals to reflect on their own emissions and think about how they can decrease their carbon footprint. As indicated by the 2020 International Energy Agency's report on carbon emissions, individual efforts to minimize carbon emissions are simply ineffective when fossil fuel companies exist. As a big player in plastic production, petrochemical companies defend the rise of plastics with the concept of recycling, another tactic that shifts the responsibility away from them and onto consumers. The good news is governments are finally taking action. A California law enacted earlier this year determined that the Attorney General could sue companies who profited through false advertising. This led the California Attorney General to file a suit against Chevron, ExxonMobil, and other oil companies for profits made while not being forthcoming about their severe environmental damage.